Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 8 of What If Naruto was given a solo sensei. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, guys, stay tuned for the rest of what ifs coming your way over on Anime King 2 and Anime King 3 if you're new, yes. You heard that correctly, I did have 3 channels. Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3. Which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy, yes. Every single day I post what if for you guys to enjoy. So 3 what is a day, guys, so go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support, and yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode start? The intro. So the last time we left off, Sasuke was playing a dangerous game. A really stupid dangerous game, and that was by hurting Karin. That was by breaking her mentally, just to make Naruto suffer. As Naruto found out about the relationship, he saw how happy Karin was. He made sure he had a talk with Sasuke. As Sasuke shrugged it off like it was nothing, saying that he truly cared about her. So with that, weeks went by as they dated. Weeks turned into months as they continued to date. As Sasuke was able to drive a wedge between Karin and her entire family. The only one that was still speaking to her at the moment was Naruto. The others cared, but they did not speak to her. Well, she made the effort not to speak to them either. As it was the final straw when Naruto spoke to her and told her that Sasuke was using her, he didn't believe that Sasuke actually cared about her, which he really did not. She ran over to Sasuke's place as he told her she could come at any time. Naruto has never ever lied to her before, so she wanted to know what Sasuke really feels. It was at that moment Sasuke snapped. He's been working this angle for so long now, and yet, here she go and question his motives. It made him angry that she was doubting his faith in her. And he could clearly see that it was a lot of doubt. So he snapped and attacked her as he injected her with a poison, chakra poison, that only he could heal, as he had got it for this specific moment. He then took advantage of her, assaulting her right there and then. As Snake was able to witness what was going on, and reported back to Naruto. Naruto sprinted up like a madman as he burst through the village. People started panicking, ninjas got their weapons, as they sensed the power of the Kyuubi. Sasuke was brutally thrown through the wall as Naruto looked towards the crying Karin. Roshi took her to the hospital. As Naruto started to march towards Sasuke, Tsunade arrived on the scene as everyone was panicking. She told Naruto to stop. As he eventually calmed down, but he challenged Sasuke. Well, he told Tsunade about the clan order. As Naruto made his way to visit Karin afterwards, Tsunade spoke to Naruto about what he had suggested, as they went over the speculations and the details of what was going to happen. After doing so, she went to speak to Sasuke, who just wanted Naruto dead and all of his Uzumaki clan mates serving him afterwards. He was given a month and a few weeks to get better and train and ready. Sasuke was just too arrogant. Karin was confused though, as she didn't understand why they were all being so nice to her after everything she did. But as Uncle did not judge, she was just a girl, thinking that she was in love with that guy who was just using her. She was tricked. And Uzumaki's did not abandon family, as she cried as the others came in. Sasuke was finally ready, as the clan heads were there to witness the brawl. Naruto did not waste time talking with him as he fought. Sasuke tapped into the power of the curse mark as it spread across his body, but even with that, He was no match. Naruto made sure to make sure that he went through the absolute worst. He literally broke him. He then blew holes through him like he was a pin cushion. As he massacred Sasuke right there and then, taking his eyes. Sasuke was destroyed and killed right there. The news was sent out. After some time, Itachi found out. The moment he did, he took off the Akatsuki cloak and left. As he was going to Konoha, as he had read what happened to his brother. Meanwhile at the village, as Naruto found out that Ino and Teiwaya were together, Uncle was rather cautious about this because the Inoichi, well, the Yamanakas, but mostly Inoichi, was not a fan of, well, the same gender dating. It was a problem to him, and that was bad. But Ino built up the courage when Naruto told her that she'll be welcome here. As she went to tell her father about Teiwaya, she joined her. But it was not going to turn out so well, seeing that the moment he heard that she said this was her more than friend, well, he seemed to be angry. So yeah guys, so basically let's pull it off. You guys can switch across the place and check it for yourself. So, what do you say begin this new episode? Remember, stay tuned for the rest of what is coming your way over and making 2 and then making 3. So yeah, let's get straight into this guys. Who's your friend? Asked Inoichi. Dad, this is Teiwaya. We need to talk, said Ino, as she stood in front of her father. He noticed she looked nervous. What's wrong? He said. I wanted to tell you something, she said. She then glanced towards Teiwaya. What is it? As he saw how nervous she was. Well, Dad, the thing is, Teiwaya is my girlfriend. I'm into girls, she said. His posture changed in a heartbeat. You're what? I like girls, Dad, she said. Not guys. No, you are not. My baby girl is straight, he said. No, Dad, I'm not. I like girls like Teiwaya, and I want to be with her, Ino said. What? His face looked rather angry. Dad, just listen. Get out, he said. Ino paused. You are not my baby girl. Get out. But Dad, I said out. As he slammed his face into the counter, her eyes swelled with tears. As she ran away from the store. You know what? Screw you, jackass. You don't deserve to have a wonderful daughter like her, said Teiwaya as she made her way. Inoichi cursed back at her as she left the store, but Teiwaya simply ignored him. Meanwhile, with Naruto, Naruto growled as he pulled the dango stick out of his shoulder. I told you, he said. Are you regretting it? Uncle asked, with a slight smile. A little bit, yeah, said Naruto as he tossed the dango stick into the garbage. But you forgive me, right? She said, with an innocent smile. As Naruto sighed. Fine, he said, as he pulled her into a kiss. The both of them stopped though when they heard crying. Well, that's a mood killer, Uncle said with a sigh. Sadly, I think it is Ino, said Naruto, which means Teiwaya will handle it. As Uncle smirked. So where were we? As a devilish smirk came on Naruto's face, as he scooped her up. Oh, getting rather forceful, are we? She said, with a sly smile on her face. Meanwhile, outside, Teiwaya's arm was around Ino as she cried. Teiwaya could not pretend to know the pain that she was feeling. After all, she never actually knew her parents. She only had the idea from what Orochimaru told her. Ino-chan, said Teiwaya, as she ran a hand through her hair. I don't get it, Ino said. Why does he hate me for being who I am? I don't know, Ino. All I see when I look at you is a beautiful flower. As she pulled her into a tight but comfortable hug. I just wish he would have accepted me, she said, as she cried a bit more. I know, said Teiwaya, as she simply held her and let her cry it out. A few days later, as Naruto jumped awake, when a massive explosion went off. Rushing to get on pants, he made his way towards the clan training ground. As he noticed Teiwaya, Roshi, and Uncle join him. So that means it was Karen. They reached the training ground as they saw Karen, as she was holding a katana in her hand. Too much power, she said. What the hell, Karen? Are you alright? Said Naruto, as he ran up to see all the damage that was done to the area. Sorry, I was trying to perfect my new idea, she said. What idea? To kill yourself? Uncle asked. No, I was trying to mix fire jutsus And swordsmanship, said Karen. I have almost got it down too. I just used too much chakra in that one, said Karen. What's the goal of this? Naruto asked. Hopefully, once I figure it out, I'll be able to fire off fire jutsus with my sword. When I get a new one, she said. Excellent idea, however, chakra metal would be better than normal metal, said Roshi. Huh, I never thought of that, she said. Come on, let's go get you checked out, said Roshi, as he helped her to move. I should be okay, she said, waving him off. Go and get checked out just in case, said Naruto. As she nodded, once they were gone, as Uncle draped a hand around Naruto's shoulder. My love, he said as he kissed her. Seriously, how are you not pregnant? You two screw more than rabbits, said Tioe. It's called the contraceptive jutsu. Once I use it before we have some fun, I won't get pregnant, said Uncle. I thought that only had a 60% effective rate, said Tioe. That is why I take a pill as well. Thankfully, they work together, rather than against each other. Tioe shook her head and walked off, but she was hoping she and Ino got like that. It looked like so much fun. But she was out on a mission right now. She really missed her. Time skip a few days later. Shizune walked along the road with Roshi. She hadn't felt this happy in years, as she held onto his arm as they walked through the village. Hello, Roshi. Shizune felt Roshi stiffen a bit. As Roshi was surprised at that voice, he slowly turned. Hello, Han, he said. Long time. As the armored man stood there. Who's this? A friend? Shizune asked. A old one. I'm sorry, Shizune-chan, but can you go on ahead and give me a bit to catch up? Asked Roshi. She felt his hand clench hers softly. She knew that this wasn't good. If Roshi was worried about it and he was at Jinchuriki, something was really bad. Okay, she said. I love you, Roshi-kan. I love you too, he said, as he gave her a kiss, as she walked off slowly. You know why I'm here, said Han. I am aware, said Roshi. Honestly, he was surprised he hadn't shown up sooner. You're out of options here. You can't beat me, Han said. Let's leave here. I'm not having this conversation or fighting here, said Roshi. Han nodded as they vanished by Shunshin, landing after the Shunshin. Roshi knew that this moment was coming, the moment he left the hidden stone. But he was surprised they sent Han though. But of course no one else, short of the Shikage coming, would have been enough. Han, though like him, was powerful. I was told to give you a chance. Return with me now, or you will die, said Han. I can't do that. My family is here. As Roshi was prepared to fight, as Han noticed that. You actually intend to fight me? As he asked in a rather jokey tone, to wonder if Roshi was serious. He then moved in a burst of speed, but Roshi moved as well and slammed his heel in his chest, launching him back. Han was shocked as he gripped the armor, as he looked rather shocked, judging by his eyes. I am Uzumaki Roshi, head of the guardian branch of the Uzumaki clan, and I will fight with my dying breath for my clan and my home, said Roshi, as his chakra cloak started to form. Not to be undone, Han's chakra cloak started to form as well. You're a dead man, Han said, as the both of them shot forward. As their claw hands clashed, Han grabbed him and launched him away. Roshi flipped several times in the air as he landed. He was instantly assaulted by Han. Roshi knew that Han was stronger and faster than him, and that was before you brought in the tail beast's power. Han moved as he drew more and more on his beast, forcing Roshi to do the same. You're a fool, Han said as he slammed into Roshi, throwing him through several trees. Han continued his assault as he tapped into more of the power. I am a fool? You're the one who attacked a shinobi in his own village, said Roshi. Several kunais ricocheted off Han's armor as he glanced to the side, as he saw two redheads glaring at him. Who the hell are you, said Tioe, as the chakra chain started to form. As Han was surprised, the natural enemies of tail beasts was the monkeys and their chakra chains. Han exploded outwards, releasing the full power. Run, said Roshi, as he transformed as well. But it was two different transformations. Han had released the tail beasts. I am free, said the Gobe, as Roshi had took control of his tail beast form though, as he transformed. Kokuo, yes, you're free. Don't attack, you can leave. All humans shall perish, Kokyo said, as he started to form a tail beast bomb. I will not let you harm this village. Roshi moved forward as he knocked the bomb off course. It leveled a massive area not too far away. As Roshi was thrown to the side, Kokyo was stronger than the ape. The thing then started to gallop towards Konoha. But something happened as the foot of the beast collapsed. The earth had just gave way. It was a trap. Rasengan! As Jiraiya slammed a Rasengan into the beast, knocking it back. Sage Art bath of burning oil. As Roshi noticed that two toads on his shoulder, as they spit fire, oil, and air towards the beast. Naruto! Now! Shouted Jiraiya. Roshi looked up as he saw Naruto high in the sky. What the hell? One thought was in his head. How did he get up there? Summoning Jutsu! Y'all, said Naruto. The great snake y'all crashed into the down-tail beasts. Sage Art Great Venom Bomb, said y'all, as he literally vomited poison gas on the Gobi. Thankfully, Jiraiya and the Toad Sage had given enough time to move back. I will not be stopped, the Gobi said as he tried to free himself. As Roshi thrust his fist forward, slamming into the dolphin horse's face, knocking it back. The thing roared as it blatted Roshi to the side. Sage Art Double Venom Pinch, said y'all, as he wrapped himself around the beast and sunk his fangs into his throat. Roshi, now, said Naruto. Roshi moved and grabbed the neck of the Gobi and snapped it as the body went limp. As Naruto and the others landed, what do we do now? We have to seal it away. Snapping its neck will only put it down for about an hour before he wakes up, and he will be very, very mad. We have an hour to seal a tail beast. Someone has to become a Jinchuriki. Sadly, that's the only thing that we can do in that short amount of time, said Jiraiya. I'll do it, said Teiwa. No, said Naruto. One of us has to. We're Uzumaki, said Karen. I won't let either of you take on the burden that me and Roshi has to deal with. We have enough Jinchurikis in our clan, said Naruto. We have to decide quickly, said Jiraiya. Sneddy landed with her envoys. Is everyone okay? As she checked up on her grandson. We have to pick someone to be burdened with the 5 tails, Roshi said. It's the only way to protect the village, said Karen. And we are the best choice, said Teiwa. Is there no other way? Asked Sneddy. Sealing the beast into a regular container take hours of prep and work. We have over 50 minutes. The only way we stop it is by sealing it away. Sneddy noticed that Naruto wasn't paying attention as she followed his gaze. Hello, Naruto. The voice of none other than Itachi Uchiha said. Is Sharingan spinning? Naruto found himself in a strange world as he was strapped to a cross. Hello, Naruto, Itachi said. You here to kill me? Naruto asked. Perhaps. You did kill Itachi. But I'm also missing the full story, Itachi said. So, would you mind explaining everything? Itachi asked. His tone was insanely calm. Fine. I guess you know why I killed him, but I'll explain something else. Sasuke was a monster. He had been marked by Orochimaru, and his need to avenge his clan turned to a weird way of destroying me and everything I have as well. The fall of Sasuke Uchiha took an hour or so to fully tell, as Itachi just stood there, soaking in all of that information. So what now? Naruto asked. Itachi stabbed Naruto in his stomach with a blade. That is for the memory of my little brother, Itachi said, as the cross faded and Naruto healed. I was expecting more, said Naruto. There would have been, but I sensed no lies in that story. It seems my brother had truly lost his ways. The Uchiha mask was almost cracking. As Naruto saw it, he saw behind that blank mask of Itachi all the pain, the anguish. As he moved forward and placed a hand on his chest. What are you doing? Itachi said. I knew that you love your brother. As Itachi stepped back, but I never thought you'd go through so much for him. As Naruto's hand had been glowing green. My life was his to end now. I will simply die to this disease. Do you want to live? Said Naruto. Itachi thought of a reason to live, but he kept on coming up short. He didn't see one. If you want your clan to endure, you will have to live long enough to have a child, said Naruto. What clan? The Uchihas were stricken from the annals of Konoha. True. So you need a clan then, said Naruto as he glanced up towards the Tsukuyomi sky. Itachi could practically see the gears turning in Naruto's head. What are you thinking, he said. Simple. We need a vessel for the Gobi, said Naruto. You want to seal a tail beast in me? Yes. You're dying. If we seal a beast inside of you, it will be forced to heal you, said Naruto. And a clan? Itachi asks. If you take this burden on, you're welcome to join the Uzumaki. I know that you're probably having trouble accepting that since I killed your brother, said Naruto. No, you didn't, Itachi said, as he glanced towards the heavens in his Tsukuyomi world. I was the one that killed him with my actions. And he furthermore died the day when he started to manipulate a young girl for his own desires. That was not. As Itachi sighed, as his mind was still wriggling from the things that Sasuke had done. And he also blamed himself as well. But if he died, the Uchihas will be extinguished. They will just be gone forever. But there was still a chance. There was still one chance. Meanwhile, outside, as Naruto blinked, to them it has been only a few seconds. But inside the Tsukuyomi it was a long time. Everyone was ready to attack Itachi when they saw Naruto blink and returning back to normal. Stop, said Naruto. What? Why? As they all looked towards him like he was crazy. The man known as Itachi is hereby under the protection of the Uzumaki clan, said Naruto, as he got a shocked look from everyone. Naruto? Said Karen, confused. You can't give a silent to a new nin, Beyonbu said. Actually, he's not a new nin, said Naruto. Since the clan was wiped from all records, the bounty for Itachi Uchiha was gone as well. Thus, he's simply a ninja, returning home. As all of the Uzumakis relaxed, they all had faith in him as their leader. He was up to something they could see. Is this true, Hokage-sama? Beyonbu asks. Yeah, actually, I hadn't gotten around to reinstating his bounty yet. Now, what are you planning, she said, looking towards Naruto. Oh, not much. Just that we have a vessel now. You can't be serious. Do you really think that we're just gonna seal a tail beast inside of him, said Tsunade. Well, I refuse to let one of my clan do it. We Uzumakis have sealed the 9 tails for 3 generations, and now we have the 4 tails. We have given enough in the sealing of them, said Naruto. Tsunade clenched her fists as she glanced. What are your plans, Itachi, she said. My plans are simple, he said. I will contain this beast and return to the village as a shinobi, if you will have me. Tsunade rubbed her forehead as she decided if this was the right thing to do. As she looked towards the beast, time was running out. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but damn it. Do it, she said, as Jiraiya and Naruto moved in to start the sealing process. Won't it take too long to get this ready? Said Jiraiya. We have 2 Uzumaki sealing masters and you. We will get it done, said Naruto, as Jiraiya, Roshi, and Naruto all worked at their fastest pace to ready the sealing. As they finished with a few minutes to spare, the sound of the Gobi's neck cracking back into place was resonating through the area. I hope you're ready, said Naruto as Itachi sat, his legs crossed with a seal on his back. With one final nod from the Hokage, they begin the process. Sealing art. Tail beast hosting jutsu. As they flash through several hand signs. As they hit their target, their hand on the 5 tails and their hand on Itachi as well. A blinding light overtook the area. Once the light passed, everyone watched as the Gobi was dissolving into pure chakra, and that was flowing into Itachi's back. The seal was glowing ominously. The more it got absorbed, Itachi could already feel the power of the beast healing him. His eyesight started to return back to normal, and the crippling pain that he had been in for years now started to fade. Naruto had been right, he could feel the beast working to save his host's life. Odd, since if he died the beast would be free once again. It's done, said Naruto as the body of the 5 tail was gone, and the seal on Itachi's back was closed. Itachi looked exhausted even though he felt better. So what now, he asked, as you are under the protection of the Uzumaki clan. You are free to return back to the village, but the truth of the Uchiha massacre, to why you slaughter your clan must be revealed, she said. If that, what needs to be done? What should Naruto ask? You will find out when I announce it to the village, said Snetty, as she walked away. As Naruto turned towards his kinmen. Are all of you okay with this, he asked, as he was mostly looking towards Karen. You are our clan head, we trust in you to make the right decision. And we have faith in you, said Roshi. Roshi is right, Naruto. We trust your judgment, said Karen. As Naruto nodded. Time skip. A week later, Naruto sat in the meeting hall, with all the clan heads of Konoha, as Snetty had called them here. It was then that she finally arrived, as she was in the formal robes of the Hokage. As she took her hat off and placed it down. I call all of you here for a reason, she said. I want to set something up like this monthly. It will be a meeting between the clan heads and myself. Several questions want to be asked, but she raised her hand. I'm setting this up, as I feel safe should the Hokage die, and a new one cannot be appointed due to arguments. This council will be given a right to vote on, and suggest ways to help the village. Of course the final word will still be the Hokage, she said, as Naruto raised his hand after she stopped. As she nodded towards him, Uzumaki-san, she said, rather formal. I have a few questions on this. While I understand the main idea, what stopped the council from stealing power from the Hokage? When we're in between Hokages, he asked. Simple. While the council have the right to make and suggest new laws, no new laws will be appointed if there is no Hokage in the seat. Thus, the only way they can steal power would be a Hokage not paying attention to the paperwork, said Snetty. Fair enough, said Naruto. As Shikaku was the next one. Nara-san, said Snetty. What does this mean for the honorable elders and Danzo? Aren't they known as a council? Shikaku asked. Oh, that's quite simple, she said. By my orders, as 5th Hokage of this village, I hereby retire all 3 of you, she said. The 3 of them were in shock. None of them saw this coming. Danzo shot to his feet. You can't just force retirement on us, he said. Watch your tone, said Snetty. I will watch my tone when you remember who I am, said Danzo. The room had fallen into deadly silence as Danzo gripped his cane. I have given more to this village than anyone else, and I would not be forced into retirement by some sick, addicted hope. He was cut off as he felt a stinging sensation in his back. He looked behind to see Hayashi Hyuga of all people. I have cut off all chakra through your system. You would do well to remember who you're talking to. She's a Hokage and you are simply, well, the better term would be that you were an advisor. Huh, looks like the setup works, said Naruto, as Danzo's eyes narrowed. Oh look, he seemed to be catching on, said Snetty. What is the meaning of this Danzo struggle? Oh well, it was brought to my attention that your little root was performing missions I never appointed, she said. What proof do you have, he said, as he tried his best to reopen his chakra points. But Hayashi single-handedly had cut off one of his main points, shutting off the flow to his arms and eyes. I have reports of assassinations that are done, and they are described as demonic-looking Konoha envoys. We also have the journal of the 3rd and 4th Hokage stating that if we have the needed leverage, we can strike at you. So Uzumaki-san, Hayashi-san, and Nara-san and myself made this at the charade. While you are here, your base is being ransacked by my best envoys. If any one of your roots refuses to surrender, they're traitors at that point. So that is where this council and your retired forces come in, said Shikaku as a yawn. We figure if we force you to retire, restricting your ability to see the paperwork and the reports of your organization, it would suffer, said Shikaku. And with the thought of that, you would snap or say something that we can use. And you did, said Naruto. I said nothing, said Danzo. Oh well, actually calling the Hokage anything but Hokage-sama, when not given the right, can be seen as an act of treason, said Shikaku. A fun little law that second put in. He was all about showing proper respect and earning said respect. The 3rd or 4th didn't really mind though. And even the smallest form of treason, the penalty is death or life imprisonment, Hayashi said. But I figure I needed more to kill someone like you, said Snetty. That's where I come in, Hayashi said. That's right. I had Hayashi send a skilled member of Hyuga clan to watch you. You want to guess what he saw when he watched You this Byakugan. As Danzo started to sweat. That you have a freaky little eyeball arm, said Naruto. Correct. That arm of yours has Uchiha eyes on them. Meaning that you desecrated the dead of Konoha. No, that is major treason. So there will be no trial for you, she said. As she gave Hayashi the nod, the man placed his 2 fingers right at the lining of Danzo's heart with a simple pulse. The connections were cut as Hayashi severed them. No blood could go to his heart. As Danzo dropped face first. So, are we actually gonna do a clan head council then? Actually, yes, this was part of a charade that was real, said Snetty. As Danzo's body was taken away, along with Homura and Koharu were escorted out. Now, first order of business about the former Itachi Uchiha. Time skip Uzumaki compound. Karen stood as she cleared her mind. She was getting better at her new technique. She had learned how to channel her fire element in her blade and release it with a slash. It produced devastating effects. Now all she had to do was get better at using it in a fight. Her training was cut short though when the one person that she was avoiding appeared on the training ground. As she turned to see Itachi standing off to the side, she knew he wanted to talk to her but he did not want to interrupt. Deciding that it would be good to show off a bit, she lashed out with her sword, burning sword style, blazing, with jutsu. The blast came out and decimated everything for a good 20 feet. She saw Itachi looking at it, rather curious. She sheathed her blade. What do you want? She asked. I had thought this over with Naruto, and he simply said it was up to you. Huh? She said confused. What my brother did to you. The retaliation act was an acceptable response, but the servitude act would have been better. As he got to one knee. You're not, said Karen. I am. I, Itachi, one who is under the protection of the Uzumaki clan, hereby offer my eternal servitude to Karen Uzumaki for the crimes of my brother Sasuke, until such a day when I am released from my oath. I shall be your eyes, your ears, your blade, said Itachi as he lowered his head. Then I release you, she said rather quickly. It's done and over, and I never want to think about it again. Please, allow me to be your guardian at least for a short time. I need to do this. Karen blinked a few times in her mind, wrapped around what she was hearing. Someone that she thought to be a stone wall of emotion was cracking in front of her. What would this entail? For all intents and purposes, I will be your bodyguard. I'm a kunoichi. I don't need a bodyguard. I am not implying that you do. I simply wish to help, said Itachi. Why do you feel like you need to endear yourself to me? It can't just be because of what he did, said Karen as she looked towards Itachi that was still kneeling. I will be honest with you. Everything is because of me. And at this moment I have no purpose in life. I was hoping being your guardian for some time would allow me to find a new purpose. So you want to protect me while you try to find a reason to keep on moving onwards. Correct, Itachi said. She looked at him. I can't believe I'm saying this, but fine. Since I'm the head of the academic branch of the Uzumaki clan, I should take better care of my life. You agree then, said Itachi. Yes, but you will only be my guard once you deem necessary. Once you believe you pay this word death, you will be free, she said. As you command, he said. Also, no Karen Salma crap. It's just Karen. I understand, he said. Whatever, I'm going to start training again, she said to him. A few days later, as Naruto's face was pressed in Uncle's chest as he was asleep. Well, he wasn't really asleep, but who wouldn't like sleeping like this? Naruto, I'm getting hungry, Uncle said. What are you hungry for? To the amount of snake, he asked. Oh, I was thinking about a sandwich with extra meat. How much meat are we talking about? Said Naruto. About 2, or maybe 3 or 4 slices of meat, she said. Oh, is that so? He said. As he gave her that look, she also had that look in her eyes as well. Time skip. Hokage's office. Snethy was rubbing her brow. She didn't like it when someone went missing. Not to mention when he was a member of Naruto's clan, or any member of any clan at all. Sadly, this person was both in a sense. Ino had gone missing the day she returned from her mission. Her father had literally banished her from the clan for being with Teiwaya. While she wasn't a Yamanaki anymore, she was with Teiwaya, who was a Uzumaki witch. Brought Naruto into the mix. What do you mean you still haven't found her? Said Teiwaya as she clenched her fists. I'm doing everything I can to find her, said Snatty. As she knew the girl in front of her was a wreck, she and Ino had become an item rather quickly, and was attached, as the both of them were able to confide in each other, like they couldn't do in anyone else. Have you looked into that bastard Inoichi? Asked Teiwaya. We have no proof to go after him, said Snatty. He's a goddamn homophobe, and his daughter's into girls. That should be enough. As Snatty could see the girl was getting close to a breakdown, she could already see the glistens of tears in her eyes. While I have no proof to go after Inoichi, I cannot stop a clan head from looking into other, said Snatty. You mean Naruto could? I am sorry, Teiwaya, but I'm very busy at the moment, and I need to get back to work. Perhaps you should head home and rest, said Snatty. Teiwaya caught on rather quickly. You're right. Sorry for the interruption, Snatty-sama, she said, as she left rather quickly. Time skip. Uzumaki compound. As Naruto was making a sandwich in the kitchen, him and Uncle done had their fun, and now they were hungry. He heard the door. Naruto! Naruto! I'm in here, he said, as Teiwaya rushed in the kitchen. What's wrong, said Naruto. It's Ino. She's been missing for a few days now, and Snatty cannot find her. What? Said Naruto. I know where she is, said Teiwaya. As she explained, well, I don't know for sure, but I believe that homophobe Inoichi grabbed her, and he's doing something to her. So you want me to look into it, said Naruto. Well, as a clan head, you can look into it, without getting into too much trouble, said Teiwaya. Naruto stepped forward and pulled her into a hug. I promise. I'll do all I can, he said. Thanks, Naruto, she said, as she hugged him tightly. Anything for family. As the tears finally started to break, as she cried, as he held on to her. She had been trying to keep her emotions in, but him hugging her right here, it brought out everything. As he let her cry it out, something was seriously wrong. As he didn't know where Ino was, neither of them did. Would Inoichi really go that far though? His own daughter? The next day, as Snatty wanted to be involved with the wedding planning. As Snatty was looking at Uncle. You look really tired. Is everything okay? She asked. I'm just a bit tired, said Uncle. Has this been happening a lot lately? Asked Snatty. A little more lately. But then again, Naruto and I... Never mind, she said. As she didn't want to have this conversation with Naruto's grandmother. It would be a bit awkward. But Snatty was in doctor mode already. Okay, now I'm asking as your Hokage and your doctor. Give me a rundown of your day. As Shinobi shouldn't be tired after sex, even if it is as rigorous and numerous as I assume you are, said Snatty. Well, every morning, Naruto always made me breakfast. Kind of annoying because I never get to surprise him with breakfast. We eat and then we have some fun. Then I go get a shower and he made his way as well. Afterwards, go train. I would either train for a bit after my shower or I will have some meeting with the traders that we trade with, said Uncle. Then after the meeting or training, he come back. We both have some fun. Then we get a shower. After that, it's usually the wedding or the training session for Teiwaya or Garen. Once that's over, it's supper time. That is when the whole family is together. Then we all just spend time in the living room, whether it be reading or talking. Once Roshi leaves to take Shizune home, then me and Naruto head to bed. That is when we really go at it, sorry, said Uncle. Let me check something as her hands start to go green. She started her chest first, going down. As she then paused when she stopped at her stomach. What's with this smile? Asked Uncle. Uncle, you're pregnant. What? No, but we've been using the anti-pregnancy jutsu, said Uncle. Yes, but from what you said, you two go at it multiple times a day. It can stop a once or twice, but not multiple times. I'm not gonna ask how much time you two do it, but if it's more than 4, then the jutsu is basically like a broken condom by then. As she saw Uncle eyes going wide. Naruto, parents? Her mind was racing. She was gonna be a mother. She and Naruto was gonna be parents. Congratulations, said Snatty. Okami, neither of us are ready for this, Uncle said. Relax, you both will be fine, said Snetty. As Uncle looked up, fear in her eyes. There was much thing that scared her, but it terrified her. I, I have to tell Naruto. Can you tell how far along I am? A little over a month. I need to go talk to Naruto, she said. As Snetty nodded. Meanwhile, the Yamanaka flower shop. Inoichi looked up as he expected a customer, but Naruto was the one that stepped inside. As Naruto locked the door and turned the open sign to close. Hello, Yamanaka-san, said Naruto. I believe that we need to talk, as he stepped forward. About what? Inoichi asked. Well, first off, I believe you know that your former daughter is missing. I'm aware, Inoichi said. You wouldn't happen to be behind this, said Naruto. Don't get me wrong, I do not accept her life choices, but I have nothing to do with her disappearance. I simply don't care anymore. As Naruto felt the pain and regret. You're a bad liar, said Naruto. You have nothing to do with her disappearance, but you're just as torn up about it. Inoichi clenched his fists. I am lying to say I don't care about it, but even though I can't accept her life choices, she's still my daughter. And why do you hate her for that, said Naruto. It's a very long story I don't feel like sharing. Let's just say it's complicated, said Inoichi. Fair enough, I'll say this though. Get over that stupid hatred before you lose Ino. If you have not already, said Naruto. As he unlocked the door and left, Inoichi threw one of the vases in the wall. Perhaps the fear of losing Ino forever might just crack him like the vase. Later with Naruto. Naruto was nervous because Uncle was nervous, and Uncle wasn't usually nervous. Naruto, there's something I have to tell you. What is it? He asked. I'm pregnant, she said. How? I thought we used... You know what? Doesn't matter, said Naruto. Are you mad? She asked. Not even a little, he said. As he pulled her in his arms, yeah. Our family will be starting a bit sooner, but it will still be our family, he said. As he pulled her into a hug. She hugged him back with tears in her eyes. I love you, Naruto, she said. I love you too, he said. As he then kneeled down. Hey there, little one, he said. I know that you're only starting just grow, but I want you to know when the day comes, when you're born. Mommy and Daddy will always be here for you. As he kissed her stomach. Naruto, Okame, said Karen as she paused. Thinking that something else was going on, seeing Naruto right there. Oh, guess what, Karen, said Naruto. You're pregnant, said Karen. Quick guess. How did you... Well, it's not hard to figure out. You two are intimate more than most couples. We need to have a little celebration, Karen said. How do you suggest we do that, said Naruto. I say get the family and we go to dinner. Sounds fair, Uncle said. I say... She paused. I'll be right back, as she made her way towards the bathroom. And so it begins, said Naruto as he turned to Karen. So, how's Itachi bodyguarding going, he asked. Oh, we are not going to that, she said, with a snap as Naruto simply chuckled. As he waited for Uncle to get back, meanwhile, at an unknown area, the young blonde woke up shackled, and that was never a good thing. She didn't know how she'd get here what was going on, but waking up tied up was never a good thing, never a good situation to be in. She heard a light chuckle from behind her. Who's there? She said. Oh, I think you can guess, little Yamanaka. As the person revealed himself, her eyes went wide. Orochimaru, said Ino. As a feeling of dread and fear washed over her. She had somehow been kidnapped by this man. Good guess, Orochimaru said. What do you want? She asked. As she struggled against her bindings, but she wouldn't get out as he simply laughed at her trying to escape. Oh, it's quite simple. I'm using you to test out my new fail-safe in my curse mark. With that, his head lashed forward as he sank his fangs into her throat, as Ino screamed in pure, undiluted pain. As she screamed for a good long minute until she collapsed on the ground. Orochimaru pulled back with a smirk. Now, let us see if you're strong enough to survive, he said, with a laugh as he sank back into the shadows. He had a lot of plans for Konoha, a lot of plans indeed, and so far things were going well. But guys, let me end this episode right here. If you want to see the next person do, Like, subscribe, comment down below. Turn on that bell notification, stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, guys, stay tuned for the rest of the what ifs coming your way on Anime King 2 and Anime King 3. If you're new, yes, you heard that correctly. I indeed have 3 channels. That's correct, guys, 3 channels. Anime King 2, Anime King 3. Which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. Yes, you heard that correct once again, every single day. Every single day a new what if for you guys to sit back and relax and enjoy, guys. So go ahead and just join that what if channel, 3 links down description. And also turn on the bell notifications, stay posted, and yeah. I'm out for now, see you guys very soon. Peace out.